Hello and welcome to my Floss Tube channel. My name is Anita and I'm the Violet Stitcher, and this is Floss Tube number 6. Welcome to all my new subscribers and welcome back to all my existing subscribers. It's really good to have you here with me. As you can see, I'm in the room alone today. No rats with me as Miko has gone home. It's very sad. It was really nice having him around, and I have told my partner that in the future I am going to need to have another cat. I think that's solidified my my resolve for that. So yeah, and I definitely haven't been looking at rescue sites already, even though that prospect is a way off because I can't have rats and a cat at the same time, because even with Miko around, Miko had, at one point, Miko and Gusto were nose to nose with the cage between them, and I was like, oh no, Miko, you are stressing those poor rats out. And he jumped on top of the cage a couple of times. I couldn't believe it. So although it was lovely having him here, rats and thought for me, rats and a cat don't seem to mix very well. So we're going to have to sadly wait until. Sad because I don't want the rats to die. Obviously they should live forever, and but I do want a cat right now, so it's a little bit sad in both ways. But anyway, enough about all of that. You don't need to know about my menagerie. On to some stitching. So first of all, let's begin as always with Dragon Clans by Anne Stokes, charted by Paine Free Crafts. And this is on 25 count easy count, and I am at 20%. 20%, hurrah! And I will put in a picture of where I was last time. Can't remember if I took a big picture of it. Maybe I only took a small section. But what I've been doing, if I just fold up where we're at, what I've been doing is the light, there we go, is this part here with the I think I was here before with the underbelly just coming through until you can see all the scales coming, and I was working on these claws which you've pretty much finished now, and now we're on to rock. So unfortunately it's quite a bit of grey going to go on for a while. It's a bit of a theme for some of my cross stitches the last couple of weeks. So yeah, you can see she's looking quite magnificent there on her rock. Yeah, so I'm going to keep going down here, and just about here the tips of the pink dragon, pinky purple dragon, appears again. So I will stitch that and then move across to get more of that dragon. So yeah, that's what I plan to do. She is. Just fold that up. Still enjoying her very, very much. And I'm still on track to finish in June 2024. So still quite a way to go. My next ridiculously large cross stitch is the Wind in the Willows Stitch Along by Paine Free Crafts. This is 25 count. Sparkle Snow, and the new section was released for May, which is Badger, another well-known character, so I'm quite happy about that. The previous one was a bit more of the background, so in April, this one, let me show you. Sorry, move back a bit and I'll show you all of it. I can't see what you can see. Right, yeah, so there's Toad in the middle. I haven't done any more of that. There's Paisley Rabbit coming along on the side there. I did do in April, I did do a bit more of this background part here. This carries on more background, and then some sky at the top as well as her orange wall coming up as well. Haven't done any more on her ear, but what I have started, although it is just grey at the moment, is the badger, which is going in this hexagon in the middle. Hexagon? Is it hexagon? No, it's an octagon, sorry. This octagon in the middle is where badger's going to go, but I've just started with the base. Let's just tilt that so you don't get the glare. Yeah, I've just started with the base there, so you can see it's just a few lines of grey. My progress on this has definitely slowed down. I think it's mainly because I've just acknowledged the fact that it's going to take me a very long time, and so I'm doing it when I've got the time to do it. Once I've done, so what I normally do is every day I do 200 stitches on dragon clans, and then if I'm still in this room and I've got time before I have dinner, I do about 100 or so stitches on this one, and then when I move into the lounge to watch TV and have dinner and all that stuff, I usually take something that I can hold in hand, but this piece is way too big for that, and it has a ridiculously large, I put it on a ridiculously large Q-snap, a 16 by 11 one, which I can't hold. I need it in here with my Lowry stand, so that's why I don't stitch it. It doesn't get as much love. But yeah, it's progressing. We're getting there. It'll probably be done by 2024 as well. And then I don't know, I might give it to my niece. She's still into Wind of the Willows at that point. So there's that one. What else? Oh yes, I finished some things. I should have shown you that first. Right, okay. So finishes. I have finished. Oh, and also I haven't washed it yet by the looks of it. Oops. So I've finished Magnolia. And I've said it right this time. I think I called it Marigold last time. Clearly it's not a marigold, is it? It's Magnolia. So this is by Patterns by SA Stitch, a Ukrainian designer. She's on Etsy. I will put a link to her Etsy shop below. And this is done 2/2, 25 count some mystery blue that I got in a pack from Lakeside. I just put it in underneath, you can see in a bit more detail. So what I really liked about this pattern was that there are blended threads. Now originally I was a bit sceptical about blended threads because I'm like, is it going to look awful? Because I'm not the neatest stitcher in the world, and what happens if I twist my threads? You know, is it going to come out okay? But it seems to be fine, and there is also quite a bit of back stitching in this as well, but it totally makes the pattern. So yeah, there's back stitching in this. It's all DMC. I think this is 777, and the rest is 310 black. So that's and you get it does the outline of the petals, and it sort of makes it look a bit like watercolour painting. So you get the buds and the other magnolia, and I left off. I put this bottom magnolia in, but there's another, in the real pattern, there's another twig that comes off the top here, but I took that out because I used a piece of fabric that was slightly too small. But I think it's come out really well. I like it. So I'm going to wash and probably frame this and give it to my friend as her birthday present. Is it next month? I think it might be next month, so I better get on with that. Yeah, so that's good. And I have already started another pattern by her because I bought quite a few. Because I couldn't help it. They're just really nice. So yeah, maybe that's going to be my thumbnail. I've seen other Floss Tubers do this. It's hold it up for ages so they can get a thumbnail. You never know. There we go. So that's that one. And the next one is a start and a finish since I saw you last. And this is, it's the unicorn. Okay, so this unicorn is stitched on 25 count 2/2, some mystery fabric, but hopefully you can see it's sort of a fabric with stars on. It's blue and pink. I thought that was quite unicorn apt there. This is by, I think it's Masandra Gifts, also a Ukrainian stitcher. And I can't decide if this poor unicorn is constipated and he's finally got a bit of relief, or it's just difficult pooing rainbows. I'm not sure. But he clearly is also thinking that he loves people, so that's good. I'm going to choose to think that this is a happy unicorn and everything is fine and it's all good. Anyway, so I stitched this. And so this is going up in the toilet that I'm decorating for the hippie festival that's happening at the end of this month. So I've completed that on time. Perfect. And I'm going to leave it like this to tape up into the toilet because it's a compost toilet and they don't want me to use any pins or nails or anything to put it up on the wall. So I'm just going to tape it up, and when we're done, so next month, I can bring it home and put it up in my toilet to entertain myself and whatever guests we have. So yeah, that's that one. And it didn't take very long at all. Yeah, I had it done in about a week or two. So I'm quite happy with that. It amuses me. So that's that one. Other ones that I've been continuing with. Let's have a look. Oh yes, I did stitch on this. That's right. So Matt, if you're watching, you need to fast forward a couple of minutes because this one is for you. So because it was May the 4th, a couple of days ago, I felt the need to stitch on my Star Wars piece. This is by Awesome Pattern Studios, and I've forgotten what it's called. Oh no, I think it's called Star Wars Icons, and obviously they've got Boba Fett, R2-D2, Chewbacca, Yoda, random Wookiee. That is going to be a clone trooper. Darth Vader is there as well, and I think it's C-3PO is the other one. I'll put in a picture of what it will look like eventually. And I only did a small bit. I did a bit on the Wookiee, filled in his face a bit more, you can see, and I did a bit more of the clone trooper as well. Just move that, hang on, let me just move that thread a bit. There we go. Yep. So they're coming along. Right. And it's covered in, I went to my friend's house to stitch it, and my friend has 3 cats. It's covered in cat hair. And I was only there for a couple of hours. Yeah. Not a problem though, I'm used to that. Miko has left his cat hair everywhere. I'm picking it off dragging plans, even though he was barely here. He's managed to leave his mark quite well. And the next one I pretty much worked on everything again. Apart from my Mirabilia, didn't work on those. I'm stitching on this one for the hashtag Stitch F1 with Kerry in Stitches, and there are quite a few other people on Instagram following this. I will put the details below. And the idea is that you stitch the number of stitches for the distance of the race, and then bonus stitches if your team or your favourite drivers win some points. So last time I got to stitch a lot of orange for Norris because he got on the podium. I was quite excited by that. That's very good. Poor Mercedes, not getting any points last time. I hope they get their act together. It's not that well, yeah, I hope they fix their car. Anyway, so this is Up in the Air by Barbara Anna. And I can't remember where I was last time. Hopefully I've got a picture and I'll put it in. But I think I did some work on, let me just hold this up. So, there we go. I've got some sideways light coming in from the French windows. Maybe I should have closed the curtains. Anyway, I did some more of these houses in the corner. Oh yeah, that's right. And I started doing. I started on the cat over here, and I'm changing the cat to grey because this is a present for my friend, and she has a grey cat. And I have also, I think I did some more of these balloons. Yeah. Oh, and I started doing, I think these are tops of other houses as well underneath. So, and I think I'm halfway. So that's pretty good. Her birthday isn't until December, so I've got a bit of time. So I'll be stitching on that more this weekend because it's the Miami race. I think I've got that right. Yeah. So there'll be more stitching to be done. Okay. Quite enjoying that. Barbara Anna's, or at least this design is quite nuts. There's all these random people keep popping up with keys and massive sunflowers, that sort of thing. So that's that one. Oh, that's my new start. Hang on. And yeah, I worked. So I'm doing the 100 Days of Chatelaine, where you do 5 stitches a day for 100 days. 5 stitches or 1 specialty stitch, or I think it's 10 back stitches, something like that. So this is Medieval Flower Star Violet number 4. And this is where I'm at. I will put in a picture of where I was before. Let's show you that there. So I have moved around the side and I've started on, yeah, I think I've almost finished that one now. This triangle section. So I am almost round to the bottom. I might complete it soon. I'm looking forward to that. This is on 28 count Khione. Bits of it are over 2 and the middle part has some bits over 1. Like the flowers, I think, were the ones over 1 with a bit of back stitching as well. Hopefully you can see that. It's coming out okay. Yeah, there's lots of silks, DMC, water lilies, metallics, and eventually there will be beads as well, which I'm looking forward to putting in. So yeah, and I'm loving that Gloriana purple. It's beautiful. It's the best colour. Yeah. Oh, and the fabric is from Chromatic Alchemy. What's that one? Oh, threads hanging everywhere. And oh yes, this is the next one. I'm on this Facebook group called Semi-Sane Stitchers, and this month I've entered pretty much every event. And one of the events was Admin Says, a bit like Simon Says, but obviously the Admin Says. And I think a couple of days ago they said stitch on your least favourite whip. So I went hunting around because it's my least favourite, so I so rarely stitch on it. And here it is. Oh, I have a picture. And it is a gorgeous girl. What's it called? We Can All Shine. There we go. You can see why I picked it. She's wearing a lovely purple dress and has long black curly hair, which mine is occasionally, although that fringe. Whew. Anyway, so that's that. And it is my least favourite. I've had it since it's out of print now. I have no idea. It's at least a decade. And it's on Ada, and I don't like Ada. It's a paper pattern. I don't like a paper pattern. I made a mistake somewhere at the top of the head, and so her hair doesn't match up anymore. for some reason I gridded it in bright orange, and I realised my mistake, because now when you pull it out you leave the orange in there. Anyway, so I managed to put 50 stitches into this. I don't think I've got a picture of where I was last, sorry. And I put a bit in, oh no, hang on, where did I put a bit in? Over here in the corner. Not it matters, because you won't have seen this since Floss Tube 1. And yeah. So there we go. I mean, eventually she'll get finished, right? Maybe. Probably not, if I just keep ignoring her. Anyway, so that's her put away again for another decade. Right, and my last one, sorry for the noise, if I don't put this away I will get it all in the wrong place. The last one is A New Start. This is from SA Stitch again, and I will put in a picture of what it will look like when I'm done. And this is for another friend whose birthday is in a couple of months. Thankfully this one is not have a million stitches, so it's good. Hopefully I've put it around the right way on the fabric. And this is, oh no, let's just move that. There we go. This is where I am at so far. This will also have a ton of backstitch in it, but that's okay, as I know it will look good. And it also has some blended threads. But the bee is looking great. So I tuck the fabric behind, then you can't see through it. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that bee. It's coming along well. Obviously it's only got the one wing so far. Yeah, and I think I'll probably take this one with me on my camping trip at the end of the month and get that finished, because it'll be small enough to hold in hand. This is on 25 count. Is it sapphire? Sapphire something. I should have written notes and looked that up. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm doing the bee first and then onto the chamomile. Oh, it's called bee with, I think it's called bee with chamomile. Yeah, and that's it. All my stitches. So yeah, I would like to, someone very kindly gave me a shout out, which is why I think I have another influx of subscribers. So thank you very much to the Danish Stitcher. She does a lot of fun things, stitches. She is quite nerdy and is somewhat obsessed with Spike from Buffy, which is great. It's great. If you look behind her, I started, the more you watch a Floss Tube, you're like, oh, that's a nice picture of Spike. Oh, hang on, there's another picture of Spike. and then she's got her, I think she's got a full coverage stitch of Spike, and there's a Buffy cross stitch as well. And I'm forgetting the others, but they're all very cool, and I like them a lot. So it's quite fun watching her. Another floss tuber that I've been watching is the Dizzy Stitcher. He's in Australia, so he shows sometimes shows pictures of the cockatoos that fly around his house, which is it's quite amazing, because, you know, obviously I live in the UK and all we get here are blue tits. Oh, I saw a chaffinch the other day, and that was very exciting, but nothing like, you know, a flock of cockatoos going around your next door neighbour's tree or something. Anyway, he does a lot of full coverage big cats, so lots of tigers and lion. I think it's a lion. maybe I've made that up. But a lot of big cat pictures and the jungle. And but what piqued my interest was that he talked about in one of his floss tubes about doing a stitch along for a Stanley Morrison dragon, which I have been looking at Stanley Morrison. He's on Paine Free Crafts, and they're all quite lovely. But I've been looking at the mixed berry dragon. I'll put in a picture here. And I think you get 4 dragons for 1 cross stitch in that one. He also sells them separately. There's a strawberry dragon, a grape dragon, blackberry, cranberry is the other one. But in this one you get all of them all together, 2 strawberry ones I think, which looks quite cool. I just need to find the right fabric to do it on, because I get really bored of the stitching background, even in Dragon Clans where there is so little background to do. I do get a bit bored of it. So I'm looking for some nice fabric that will mean that I don't have to stitch that blue. And I think I found some on Chromatic Alchemy. And what's it called? I don't know. Can I click and find out? Let's have a look. No, anyway, I'll look later. And it's a nice. It's like it's supposed to be representative of a sunny day with a few clouds in the sky, which I think is going to be perfect. So but the problem is I can't quite remember when he's starting it, and I'm going to need a bit of time to order the fabric and for it to arrive. Because Chromatic Alchemy is run by Sam, and she is a 1-person band, and obviously that's a lot of work to do for 1 person, so it takes a while, but it's well worth it, well worth the wait. I'm even considering joining her fabric of the month, even though logically I know it's just not very sensible to join a fabric of the month, because as far as I can tell you don't gain anything from it, unless I'm completely missing the point. It's not any cheaper than just going onto the website and buying the bit of fabric that you'd like at the time. And I think you get it quicker, but I don't think it's any cheaper. And also it means that you have to decide up front what colour, what size and count that you'd like. And maybe, and I'm a bit what's the word? Picky's not the word. Indecisive, that's it. I'm rather indecisive, and so I'm not sure I could decide up front what I wanted. So I think it's possibly not a good idea for me to join a fabric of the month, but her fabrics are lovely, especially this month's. May has just come out on the website, and it is a beautiful pinky, purple, blue mix, which I think I might buy twice. 1 in 28 count, so that I can stitch my Mirabilia Violet on it, and again on 25 count, so I can do Thread Geek's Dragon Beauty, which I'll put in a picture of. This is also by Anne Stokes, and I have considered getting this as a tattoo for many years. So unfortunately I was going to get it, but then the pandemic happened, and I thought, is it really a good idea to have a tattoo while there's a pandemic on? So I didn't, and but now things are getting, as everyone says, getting a bit more normal. So I might start that reconsideration again, especially as my friend has just got a tattoo and it looked really nice from a different place. So I might email them a picture and say, can you do this for me? How much is that going to cost? How much pain is it going to be? No, I already know how much pain it's going to be. I've already got one. Yeah. So if I figure if I buy it and stitch it and still like it, then that is the design for me. Yeah. And I've been rambling on enough, right? Sorry about that. What else has happened to me in my life since I last saw you? Not much. I've been swimming a few times. The water is definitely getting warmer. It was 13.1 degrees last time we were there. That 0.1 degrees is important. It means that there's a lot less swearing the first time I get into the water now. And then when we managed to swim all the way down to the end and back again this time. And so after about 100, 200 meters, you're like, oh, it's not that bad actually. I can still feel my fingers and my toes, and I'm not used to that. So yeah, it's quite nice. And I might even manage to persuade my husband to come with me this weekend. Fingers crossed. We will see. I expect when it comes to it on a Sunday morning, he'll say, no, I don't want to do that. You go, Anita, you go. So I expect I'll be by myself. So yeah, so there's that. And I haven't really been doing much of anything else other than stitching and work. Lots of work. There was a lot of work this week. I think it was because, it was because of the bank holiday Monday. So everything, because I wasn't there on Monday, everything that would have happened on Monday had to happen on Tuesday as well. So I had all the meetings that were from Monday moved into Tuesday, and then I don't work Fridays, so I had to fit my full working week in 3 days rather than in 4. And even though I don't work Fridays, of course everyone else does work Fridays, so I have to cram in all those meetings that they want to have in 3 days. So it was yesterday was a long day, yeah, but done now, and I'm enjoying my Friday day off. People always ask me, so what do you do on your day off, Anita? And I'm like, well, I do whatever I want to do, you know. I cross stitch. I don't tell them I do a Floss Tube video because I haven't not quite brave enough to tell people I know in real life that I do a Floss Tube video yet. Apart from those people I met at the retreat, because they understand, so that's fine. But everyone else I have not told. Oh, apart from my 9-year-old stepson, who is he's really into his gaming YouTube videos. So he's been starting to watch these videos that show the subscriber ramp up for, I think it's PD, can't remember his name, and the Beast. These are people who I'd never known of before, but they do videos about the Beast, Mr. Beast, or something like that. He does videos about giving a lot of money away to his friends. It's a bit odd. But there are lots of other, he watches Geometry Dash videos and Minecraft, people playing Minecraft videos. You learn a lot, totally different things when you've got a 9-year-old in the house, it turns out. Anyway, so he's been watching how the subscribers ramp up into millions and millions of people. And so I told him I had a YouTube video, and he goes, oh, how many do you have? And I said, 160. And he goes, that's amazing, Anita. I'm like, yeah, it's not bad, is it? Yeah, people are actually subscribing to watch. I can't. Yeah, it's quite stunning to me. But I mean, great, it's great. So yeah, anyway, sorry, I'm rambling again. Right, so goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. If you've managed to get to this part of the video where I'm rambling completely. Oh, yes, one more thing before you go. I'm almost at 200 subscribers, and I meant to do a giveaway at 100, but once I get to 200, if I get to 200, I have a pattern to give away. And I was thinking, what on earth am I going to give away? Because I would like to do one. I've seen other people do it. It seems to be the thing to do. And then the other day, I accidentally managed to order two of the same pattern from eBay. What an idiot. But there we go. That is what I'm going to be giving away then. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so keep that excitement for later. Hopefully I'll have the chance to give that away. So if you're on the edge of subscribing and you're thinking about whether you should or not, you should. So subscribe, and then I can work out how to do a giveaway. Okay, so it was lovely speaking to you. Thank you very much, and I will see you probably in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. Goodbye.